Hi, I'm Andy the Northern Diver, and welcome to another weekly edition of my video blog. This week I'm going to be talking about the second thing that I purchased, which is a set of fins. I've now graduated onto about my fifth set, and I think I'm very happy with that set now. I've gone through various different types, various colours, the way in which they're held onto your foot, as in the strap. I've worn different kinds of footwear with them. I've got the size right, the weight right, and I hope in this video I can help you choose a set of fins that are right for you as well. So I'm going to be covering three types of fin today. One that's very stereotypical of the kind of fins that the vast majority of divers I'll see at the sort of dive sites wearing. One that's more aimed at, I think, a technical market, so those people that do longer, deeper dives, or they do sort of wreck penetration or cave diving. And then one that I lovingly call the mermaid's foot. Now, as you can see, this one's bright yellow, so very easily seen whilst it's underwater. Certainly in some of the coloured water we dived this year in our local dive quarries, which is Eccleston Delph and Cape and Ray, the algae bloom's been horrendous. So if you have a nice bright coloured fin, you can be seen by your dive buddy. Added to that, a very dark black fin. You could write your name or a little tag on the back. Now on these kind of fins, we have different kinds of strap. So this one, as you can see, made out of elastic and it's very, very stretchy. On the Scuba Pro Jet fin, we've got a stainless steel spring type strap. Now both of these I find the better ones for me. I find the right size that fits my foot whilst I'm wearing the kind of shoe that I wear in the water, and it keeps my foot nice and secure within the fin. So looking at these other two types of fin straps then, this one is a quick release buckle. Okay, it's a pinch clip, very similar to what you see on other bits of dive kit. It's great to get on and off, as in very simple, certainly in cold weather when you've got a big pair of gloves on or quite laboured with the amount of kit that you're wearing. And as you can see on the side, it's just a pinch clip, click in, pinch clip, click out. Okay, you can get your foot in very easily, and your dive buddy can help clip that in for you. For me, it's potential failure, as in it may or may not clip in that time that you clip it in. So as you're finning along, that could come off and you could lose your fin. Certainly if you're in a drift or a current, it could be quite detrimental to your dive if you were to lose a or both of your fins. These are made of very sort of brittle and easily broke plastic, so should you bang it on a wreck or a rock, or perhaps within the boot of your car, it could get damaged, and certainly carrying spurs for that could be quite costly. Moving over to the fin that I call the mermaid's foot. Okay, these are a brand called Force Fins, and are very thin, as you can see. Got a nice thin profile. They're about as useful set of fins as having no fins. They come with different forms of padding internally in order to make them fit your particular foot, and they've got an elasticated strap. Again, very little amount of failure points on there. A nice great big thumb grab to pull that out and get your foot in, and I'm assured that they fit extremely well, but are just not great in the water. So moving over to the Quattro fins, these are by Mares. These are very much a stereotypical fin of what you'll see at dive sites. They're very light in comparison to the other two. They've got quite a lot of flex. There's a lot of rubber built into the plastic sort of ribs of it. It's not as thin as the Force Fins was. And if you look in, there's a nice big pocket there for your boot to fit in. And it's made quite easy to fit on and off by the fact that these plastic ribs in here are the hard plastic, not the rubber. So you can get your foot straight out of that fin. So back on to my favourite, which is the Scuba Pro Jet fin. Several companies have mirrored this design, so there's quite a few different brands out there. Like I said, because it's black, I've tried to write a little bit of a logo on the back. So one's got my Instagram handle on there, and another one saying follow me. It's very easy then for my dive buddy should be in front of them to see where I am. Perhaps not as easy if I had a bright yellow Mares Quattro, but again, quite a heavy fin, solid and rigid in its design, and great for keeping the sort of balance within the water as opposed to wearing ankle weights. So I've come out in the garden where there's a little bit more light and we can focus on the 5 main types of fin strap. So go over to the Force Fins. Initially looking at it, it's a very simple design. very few failure points. It's a bungee type attachment. It's very stiff or very hard in its method of pulling. But it is great, it's got a nice big tab in order to pull that back to don or doff your fins. That's the first one. So the second one is a Mares Quattro. It's got the pinch clip, quick release, so you can get your foot quickly in, bring that around the back of your boot and clip that in. I don't find that this is the easiest because sometimes the quick release action doesn't clip. What it does do, it has some adjuster tabs and again a nice big thumb grab in order to put it on, but as you can see it doesn't really have such a positive clunk click, if you will. Now onto the third one, which is a buckle strap on a jet fin. It's a nice tab there to adjust. However, with it being quite small and not so easy to grab with a pair of gloves on, I should suggest that might be better for like a warm weather, non-glove wearing out dive. And then there's very little area to grab and to pull your foot or pull that around your boot with there being no quick release. That's the third one. Moving on to the other Mares Quattro. It's a little bit of movement within that, which makes it adjustable onto your foot. Nice, great big positive thumb grab for if you have got some thick boots, thick gloves on. Get your boot in, pull that around over the back of your foot, nice and strong. This is more of a sort of surgical rubber bungee type cord. I suggest that's probably one of the better ones of what we've seen so far. And then fifth and finally, my favourite, the stainless steel spring fin strap. Again, nice big thumb attachment there. You can get your thumb in, really drag that around. There's a nice big rubber, quite big chunky area to fit around the back of your ankle. And again, not too many failure points there. Nice and strong clips to hold that in. So you get your foot in, pull it around your ankle. Job done. So thanks for watching. If you'd like to like my video or subscribe, that'd be great. And I'll see you on the next edition. Thanks for watching.